Let's just cut to the chase. The habit that is wrecking your back is deep couch sitting. So if that's all you came here for, I hope that helps and you can continue your YouTube surfing. But if you'd like to know why that is and some alternatives that you can do so you can continue to watch TV, surf the internet, play video games, those kind of things, and not feel as stiff after you stand up or have pain afterwards, then you're definitely going to want to stick around for this one. Let's look at why your hips or back feel stiff after sitting on a couch or sitting in a chair that feels really plush or comfortable. But before I do that, I think I should define exactly what I mean by deep couch sitting. Deep couch sitting to me is when you're sitting on something that's so plush or comfortable that you just get sucked into the void of those cushions or the chair or whatever it is that you're sitting on. Why is this a problem? Well, it's a problem because it really takes away the structure of your pelvis and your spine. So when we're sitting on something like this that really has no structural support, what begins to happen is our pelvis starts to drift into what's called a posterior or backwards tilt. And then you can see here on the pelvis that it really messes with the positioning of our pelvis. So in this position, our pelvis starts to tilt back. And through there, we're still getting gravity going through our spine, and we're getting a lot of forces down into the spine. You can see here when the pelvis is in this position, the spine follows it as well. So when the pelvis starts to roll back, we also have the spine following that motion. So when you look closely at the model of the spine here, you can see that the discs are starting to open up the space there on the back. You can look and you see that starting to open up. So the space where the discs come out is getting extra pressure in that. So a lot of times people will think, well, what if I just put pillows behind my low back? That should solve this problem, right? Well, you'd think so, but really it starts even lower than that. We're talking about the foundation here. And the foundation for your body is your pelvis, not your low back. It starts even lower than that. So we can't build a house on a shoddy foundation, right? The same thing is true with your spine. So you could go stuffing pillows under your low back all day, but it's really not solving the problem that your pelvis is in this position that it doesn't allow it to support your spine correctly. This is also true in sitting. Like sometimes, if you're sitting in a chair, you could be sitting off on one butt cheek there and you'll be tilted this way, and that's going to create problems in your spine or all the way up your back, maybe even into your shoulders. You could be rotated. You could be always crossing over the same leg. These also create similar problems for you, but it's even more magnified when you're in something that's really plush or doesn't allow you to really have any good posture at all. Hey, are you liking the video so far? Be sure to drop it a like and subscribe to the channel if you're new. I regularly post on easy, practical wellness topics like this all the time. So now that we know this, what can we do instead? Well, there are actually several things that you can do right away to start feeling better. So first, I would consider lying on your side more. So if you're going to be watching TV or something like that and it's in front of you, I'd highly encourage you to try lying on your side. Lying on your side is going to allow you to keep your spine in a much more relaxed position that's also not putting those force on the discs in your back, your vertebrae, the bones of your back, and allow you to also support your head with some pillows. This is a much better position for you when you're lying down, and it's not going to cause any undue strain on your back. The other consideration is getting one of those large triangular wedges. Now, I don't have one right here, but you can take one of those and either put it on the floor and then put some pillows above that against the couch, so you're at least on a more reclined position and your pelvis may get more support than it would if it was completely rolled back. Another option is to sit on a large therapy ball or more of an active chair. So one of the advantages of this is you can still sit and watch your program, but you're getting stronger because you're having to sit up against gravity and the ball's a little unstable. So you're strengthening some of your core muscles, you're strengthening some of your postural muscles, and you can even work on your balance at the same time. Just make sure that you're able to sit unsupported. Another thing I highly encourage people to do is to take some stretch breaks every 20 to 30 minutes. If you're watching something like a movie or something that's a little longer, it's going to be going on for a while, then we want to get some variety of movement. Just taking even just a couple stretches or a couple exercises to wake up some of these muscles, like some of these ones I'm showing here, is going to allow you to get some more blood flow and some more of that synovial fluid into the joints, so it's nourishing the joints instead of just creating inflammation and stagnation. If you have a laptop or a tablet and you're using that on the couch, again, you could use a combination of different things like a wedge with some pillows behind your head, and you can look at some of the tray products that are out there, some things that bring the laptop up to you so you don't have to bring your head down to it. When you're bringing your head down to the device, you're putting a lot more stress on your neck and on your back because you're getting into this position where your head is in front of your spine. So that can have effects down and up the chain. I think one of the big take-home messages, though, is we're not meant to be stagnant. We're meant to be creatures that move. So the best posture is the next posture. That's what I always think about. You don't always have to think about only crossing one leg or never crossing your legs. You just have to do things on both sides. You have to be moving and you have to be putting yourself in various positions so you're not always creating a strain on one side of your body or one part of your body. Does this mean you should throw out your lazy boy chair or your couch? No, not at all. I just think that we need to get more variety of movement and make sure that we're nourishing our muscles, our bones, and our bodies. So if you are going to use your lazy boy chair, for instance, or a recliner, then consider taking some time where you are fully reclining more. Try that versus just slightly recline, because you're more likely to be put into that backwards tilt of the pelvis. So if you tried these things and you're still suffering with low back pain or hip pain, you're definitely going to want to find a physical therapist near you. Physical therapists can help you look at some of the imbalances. Maybe you have some muscles that are too tight, too weak, or you've changed some of your movement patterns without even realizing it. And this can make you more predisposed to pain or stiffness. If you're national, like you're watching this nationally or even internationally, look up something like physical therapists near me or best physical therapists near me. If you're watching this locally and you're in the Lansing, Michigan area, this is something we can definitely help you with. Don't continue to suffer. Check out our website at healthyconsumerpt.com. We also do offer, in some cases, some remote, like if you can't find somebody near you that you think is capable of helping you with this, or you just don't like what you're seeing, some people will qualify for telehealth visits as well. So check out our website for those options as well. Wrapping up here, check out some of our other videos on this channel. We have a ton on low back pain and hip pain, and just some practical things that are easy to implement right away. If you're new to the channel, be sure to subscribe so you can get practical wellness videos like this, and like the video so we can reach a larger audience. Thanks so much for listening.